Hey everyone, this is Trader AG, and this is my first educational content on my YouTube channel. I have posted two videos regarding my market outlook on Bitcoin, and I just want to make sure that I can actually set a frame on how I trade, what I trade, and why I trade the levels that I put on YouTube and on Twitter, right? I think this was hard to explain on Twitter or on one-on-one or anyone that, DMs me. It's harder to explain on a message than on a video. So I wanted to come here and make a video, make everything really simple and how I trade. And I promise you, this will be worth your 20 minutes, 15 minutes, or whatever, how long I take, right? I promise I won't teach you ICT, I won't teach you CRT, but whatever you're trading, okay? This is something a bit more different. This is something a bit more simple, yet extremely effective. I promise you, you will not find any system as effective as this one, right? So I have to set the frame first. This is not a video where I have a script or I have planned things. This is just on top of my head, but I know what to talk about. Okay, so let's start. First, I have to tell you a couple things about the market, about crypto, and about any market you will ever trade. Okay, so the first thing is I want to set up a picture in your head, right? So, well, you've been trading for a while, I assume, or maybe this is your first time, but you might have seen a graph, right? So, graph looks like this. This is my whiteboard from now on. Since YouTube loves whiteboards, I have one that's digital, right? So, this is your chart, right? So, you might have been trading ES, right? The USA market. USA market does this, right? This is USA market. Ooh, that's cool. Or you might have been trading Japanese market, Japanese yen against US dollars, which has been doing since its birth this, right? Going down like this. Or you might have been trading something like Euro US dollar, which in the longer term usually does this, right? These three things are literally the main things about trading. This is an uptrend, this is a downtrend, and this is a range. I say these things because this is what most people are missing, right? You are missing out on just looking at things in macro levels. We have three things. You can be an uptrend, we can be in a downtrend, we can be in a range, right? And as you may understand from the title of this video, I trade ranges, okay? This thing. But it doesn't mean I don't trade when it's uptrend or downtrend. I find ranges throughout every type of market. Let me explain. So, let's look at things a bit more on the micro level, right? So, this is on the bigger scale, on the yearly scale, the ES graph, right? The ES graph, on most cases, looks like this. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and you understand the thing, okay? This is the USA market. It literally goes up since the dawn of time. But in most cases, if you look at the graph, the USA graph, the USA market graph, right, on a smaller scale, this is what you will see. It will be going up, down, up, taking these lows, up again, taking these highs, taking these lows again, and then going up, and then consolidating a bit, taking the highs, taking the lows, taking the lows again, and going up again, right? And then from here, it will be doing this again, this, taking these lows, and then pumping up, this, consolidating, and then going up. This is how all the markets look like that is manipulated. And this is really important. Every market that you will trade is highly manipulated. What I mean is, all the people that are trading are trying to fill their orders in, right? And the best way to fill their orders are through liquidity. And you might now say, what the fuck is liquidity? Well, I cannot explain that on this video, but I promise you I will. And it's extremely important. But for now, just stick with me, stick with this video. And in the later videos, you will understand more on what I'm trying to say, and then you can come back to this one. Okay? For now, just stick with me. So you might have seen graphs like this, right? It seems like a mess, right? It doesn't seem tradable. It seems like it's going up. If you bought here, good. But how can I buy here when it's going down? What can I do here? Should I buy here? Should I sell here? It's a mess. But when you look at these things one by one, everything becomes a lot more simple. And what I mean is that let's break this thing down. Okay, let's get my eraser up. Important stuff. Okay, ES market gone. USA market is now deleted from existence. Another one, another ES market gone from existence. Goodbye. Okay, so I want you to look at only this section, right? This section right here, because this will be really important. Okay, so get the thing back. Now, let's look at that section only, right? What has it done? It has gone up, down, up again, down, oh, stay with me. Boy, just stay with me. Okay, down again, down, and up, right? This is the move that we see here. And this is the elevated on the magnetic glass look of how it looks in a smaller market, right? So what has it done here is basically we had a high here, we had a low here. And then what happened is we took the highs, right? Made the people think that we were going higher, and then we went low, took the lows again, and then we went higher again, and then we had a major drop before a rise up. The biggest reason this happens is because market makers and the big whales needs liquidity in the market, right? What that means is for the people who are coming into the market that are big orders, they have to fill them. And they don't want to fill them on the way up. They want to fill them on the way down. So the only way you can actually fill your orders, your big orders, is making sure that people sell it to you, right? People won't sell it to you here, but people will sell it in panic, or people will sell it in stop losses, right? So what this move from here to here does is all the people that have longed in this scheme right here, in this range here, will have their stops, or have their positions stopped out, which is how the big money gets in to trade before a big push up, right? And this is where usually where the retail joins in. And let's now make this model even bigger, right? I'm gonna make it house sized. Let's see it. So this has been coming up, down, up, down, up, down, and boom, right? So here, as we can see, we had a high here, right? This was our first high. And then we had a low, right? In this market structure, what normally every trader is looking for is, oh, okay, a higher high. So we need to have a higher low. Well, no, you fucking don't, right? You have a lower high. Sorry, lower low. The reason for that is because the market is there to literally get you out of your positions. And when the market makers are here and they see that you're not selling your positions enough, they make you believe that we have another higher high. And at this point, you are doing your best to get in these downtrends. Like you have a position here, you take position here, you take position here, you take position here, here. And what you do is, and I know you do this because I used to do this as well. What you do is when you take a position here, you put your stop losses below this, right? And the market makers and the whales know that. And what they do is, well, if you have your stop losses here, the best way for them to get low, right, to get in positions at lower prices is push the price down below these levels and fill their positions, fill their limit orders, and then push it up. So this is basically what they do. And what I do as a trader is I can see these levels and tell to myself, okay, well, there is a trend going on here, right? We're making highs, but we're making still lows. Well, how can I trade this? Well, the best way to trade this is making sure that in this, I'll get rid of that, get rid of this. In this thing here, as we can see, the price has been basically going up. Oh, actually, I will trade that a bit better. The price has been going in between these lines, right? Between here and here. The price had the low, took the highs, took the lows, took the highs again, went down again and up. You do not want to be in the positions here, because all the people that will be in a position here will put their stop losses below this line, and the market makers and the whales know that. So the best way to get in positions is when the liquidity is taken, right? And that's exactly what I do on Bitcoin. I have my own charts, I have my own systems, and I can see when those liquidations and the stop hunts happen. I will make a video about that as well and how I find these things. But the most important thing right now you should know is that there is a way to see how many people are getting liquidated, right? And if you have that information, you can have a range like this, and you can see people getting liquidated, and you can see that the big money is buying. And when you see big money buying here, you can actually get in a position right here, right? You get a position here, you put your take profit at the range high. That's a TP for you. Boom. Another TP above this high, right? TP here. And then when you get in here, you can actually have your stop loss below this because you know that the big money now has filled positions, right? Like this, boom. This is literally what I do, and this makes me money. This gets me funded. I've been funded on Topstep. I've been funded on different accounts, different platforms, but mostly on, I do most of my trading on Topstep, so that's why on my Twitter profile as well, you will see Topstep Funded Trader. This is literally what I do on Bitcoin. The biggest reason I do it on Bitcoin is I have the order flow, which means I can see the liquidations. I can see when people are getting stopped out, when the big money is getting in the market. I will make a video about that as well. That will be a game changer for you. But for now, you have to stick with me here. You have to understand this system. And once you understand it, all of the other stuff will be coming to you easy as well, right? So you see that here, and if you get in here, as I said, you can put your stop losses here because you know that the big money now is in the market, and you can put your take profit here, and you can ride the remainder of your trade, right? So now let's go above from here to this area right here, right? So boom, 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 boom. Oh, we have to delete everything we have. I could have just deleted, but this is more fun. So now let's focus on this area right here, right? What do we see here? We see a small range here, right? Like this, 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 this. We do this, and then we have a pump, and we have a dump here to get the lows. We have a lower high, and then lower low. Oh my god, come on. We have a lower low, and then we pump up, right? So this is what we see. And for anyone who has not been trading or doesn't know liquidity levels, this is a mess because again, this is against everything that you've been taught, right? Look at this. We have, let's make this area a bit bigger, right? You have here a high, right? A low, this, then we consolidate, and then we have another high, right? In your mind, in your beginner mind, we should, in this case, have a low, high, higher low, higher high, right? And what that means is now I can actually long here because it's a higher low, and then I can just aim it higher. Well, that's not what happens. Look at the market. I will give you examples of this as well. That's not what happens. Market loves to fuck you up. And the best way it can fuck you up is it knows that if you have a position here, if you open up a position right here now, right, you'll put your stop loss either here or here. And the market makers and big money players love to hunt those stop losses, right? So they push it down once and up again, right? Up again to make sure that to make you believe that, oh, okay, we just got the stops, now we can get in, right? You get in your positions, you get filled here, you get filled there, you're stressed, but you get filled again, you get filled more. As you get filled, another low, right? And we make this low, all of you start thinking now, oh, okay, the market structure changed. Look at this. We have a high, we have a low, we have a lower high, we have a lower low. Well, what does the market do? It pushes up. Do you understand? You got fucked over again. You thought that this was uptrend. You thought this was a downtrend. And you got fucked over. Because those things in most markets does not fucking work. And the biggest reason it doesn't work is because market makers and the big players are looking for your liquidity. They know that you're trading market structure, right? Market structure is not as important as you think it is. it is a kind of a it's not a scam, I wouldn't call, but it's such a good bait for the beginner to see, and then the big money can actually get in positions while liquidating you. Sorry for my language there. So that's the main thing I trade. So how can you actually trade this if this is such a mess, right? How can you actually trade this? Well, I will now tell you. Oh, I didn't want those gone, but well, whatever. So what we do is here, boom again. We get below the low, we do this, and then we pump, right? So the easiest way to trade this is with order flow and with ranges. So what do we see here, right? We have a clear range high here, right? Because look at this, we have a range high, we have a, oh, that was a pretty shit line, right? Like this. So what you can see here is we have a clear low, a clear high, a failed auction above. We tried to go above, we failed, and we came down, right? A failed auction below, got back in the range, another failed auction below, and a huge pump. So you might say to yourself, okay, well, I understand now what a range is. Range is basically you have a clear high, a clear low, but how do I actually trade this? Do I just get in every position? Do I just get in here? Do I just get in here? Do I just get in here? Well, the easiest way to understand where to get in is by understanding order flow, which I will explain in the future. Order flow basically lets you know who is getting in the market at what point and who is getting out of the market at what point, right? It's basically a cheat code. It allows you to not enter the market here. Because if you don't see big positions getting filled here, right? If you don't see big players getting into the market here, you tell yourself, oh, okay, the chances are we make another low because the big players are still not in the market, right? Or if you see a lot of longs happening here, right? A lot of nerds and a lot of people who are fucking following, I don't know, Crypto or Moon Carl getting in here because we had a breakout here, and then we drop in a price, you can tell yourself, oh, okay, now I can short here, right? Because I've seen a lot of people who have longed here, which means they will have to close their positions out of fear if we don't make another high, right? You can short here and you can aim for the range lows. And here you can tell yourself, oh, okay, the big players are not in yet, right? So let's wait. This could have easily done this move, right? This could easily done this, right? And you just miss out a trade, right? Sometimes you miss out on them. You don't lose money, you don't make money. It's good. You just chill. You look at a different chart, right? But in this case, it doesn't, right? In our case, which I promise you, it happens more than you think it does. We make another low, and at this point, if you see here, right, the people who are thinking to themselves, "Ah, okay, we made high, low, lower high. Oh, now we're making lower low. Let's get in." Right? All the people that's saying that, but if you see people shorting here because they think that, oh, okay, we're making now another lower low, which means we're going down, you can be like, oh, okay. The second we get back in the range, it means that the people who have limit longs, who are the big players, have actually longed this, right? Ah, okay, now I can trade here, put my stop loss here, right, and aim for here, and then aim for here, right? Another TP here. And I promise you, this system alone will make you tons of money. This system alone will make you enough money to be funded on any platform you want. Because that's what I've been doing, right? Nothing else. I've just traded ranges. And I promise you, it's as profitable as it gets. I hope you understand what range trading is, because it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple, right? The only thing right now you're missing is, well, first of all, how do I find these levels, right? How do I find these ranges? And how do I actually see when the big money is entering the market? How do I see if there are enough dweebs here that are longing the market so I can actually open a short? Well, for those things, you need order flow. And I will give you platforms on it on my next video because I will explain to you what order flow is, what, you know, everything about open interest, cumulative volume delta, and everything regarding how you see dweebs and big players getting into the market. For now, I hope you understood what I mean by range trading and how it makes me money. It's basically market manipulation. It's everything that you see as in these what's they called, MMX something, MMXM, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, you might ICT, CRT, MMXM, whatever it is. It's for me it's range trade or PO3, power of three, whatever you have. It's just ranges. Okay, the market is ranging nearly all the time. 80% of the time, the market is ranging, and you can make a lot of money from it by just listening to these goal targets. Just listen to what I say, and I promise you, it will give you a new perspective, right, on trading. You don't need fair value gaps. You don't need inverse fair value gaps. Okay, or you don't need order OBs, order blocks, or you don't need whatever you have. I don't know. No matter what you have, okay, you don't need those things. You need ranges. You need to see order flow. If you understand order flow, you don't need anything else. Just ranges and order flow. That's it. Okay. So I hope this was clear. I just give you two examples on how I trade and what I do. In my next video, it will be a part 2 of range trading, and I will give you live examples of what I mean when I say this is the most powerful tool, the most powerful system you will ever see. Okay? So, for now, Trader AG is checking out. I hope this was good. If you didn't understand some parts, just comment or just watch it again. Okay? Or you can just DM me on Twitter. You can just comment on me to Twitter. I answer. I'm on there 24/7. I see it and my notifications are on. So for now, I'm checking out. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this was useful and see you on the part 2.